Hi, I'm Aaron with EAGO Canada, and today I'm going to show you how to service your valve set on your EAGO steam shower. So today we have your typical valve set. You have your temperature control valve, your flow control valve, and your diverter valve, which changes between the different features on your shower, whether that be your body sprays, your hand shower, or your rain shower head. So to get started, first thing you want to do is turn the water off to your shower so that when you remove the valves you don't have water spraying everywhere. And get yourself a set of metric Allen wrenches. You're going to need that. And it doesn't matter, you don't need to remove your valve set from your shower in order to service it. You can service it inside your shower, no problem. We just have one here on the bench for easier showing. As well, notice here this one uses round knobs. Yours might have square knobs. They're all the same. It's just a little different look. So firstly, you take your metric Allen wrench, you have a hole in the back of the knob, loosen the set screw and pull your knob off. You might need to wiggle it a little bit. It'll come right off. Then you have your stopper, your temperature control stop. So you might want to take a little jiffy marker, mark the location of it so that you line it back up again in the right position when you put it back together. So then you have this little plastic stopper here. This should either just lift right off, or you might need to take a little blade screwdriver, just get under one edge and it'll pop right off into your hand just like that. Then you're going to have a trim bezel ring, which will be mounted right up to your glass, which shows you the temperatures or the approximate temperature. And so you want to unscrew that, just turn it in a counterclockwise direction and it'll unscrew right off. Then at the bottom side of your tap set you should see another metric set screw. Now on some models, on some showers, depending how they mounted it in there, it might be hidden by the glass, so you might need to see how they did that. You might need to go behind and adjust the tap set forward just a little bit so that you can get at that set screw at the bottom of the valve. So what you do, take this metric set screw right out, and then don't lose that. And then you take a pair of pliers and just firmly grab onto the top of your valve, the brass valve, and pull on it, and at the same time give it a little rocking action and it'll pull right out. Might be a little stiff depending on how much build up around the unit or how long it's been in there. Might be a little bit harder to pull out. But this is the thermostatic valve cartridge. You can see it right here. You have, it's all brass, and then you just have 3 little O-rings and some screens where the water goes through. And this can get gummed up with calcium buildup and debris if you have hard water or sediment in your water, and this can sometimes need to be replaced. So what you can do for a temporary fix sometimes is if you soak it overnight in some vinegar and water, and then you can take a toothbrush and clean it up a little bit, and oftentimes you can get it working again for a little while until you get another one. And if you do require new thermostatic valves, we do have them available. Just contact us at service@eagocanada.ca and we can get you set up with a new thermostatic valve for your EAGO shower. Now once you have your new valve, or if you've cleaned up the other one and you go to put it back, it's just the opposite to taking it apart. You want to make sure that you have the threaded hole at the bottom of your valve lined up with the bottom of your housing, and you just push that in there. You might want to put a little bit of Vaseline on each of the O-rings just to ease the assembly so that it slides in nice and easy. Don't put too much, you don't want to gum up the valve, but just a little bit on the O-rings. And then you just pop that in there, just push it in, you heard it pop, and so it's seated. Then just take your metric set screw and screw that in nice and tight. Then we put our stopper back on, located to the line that we marked on the edge of our housing. and then reinsert our knob and tighten that back on again as well. So that takes care of the thermostatic valve, which that's probably the most common valve that needs to be serviced on an EAGO shower. From time to time, some of the other ones might start leaking over time or with extended use. So again, the same kind of procedure. You gonna look at the diverter valve on this one here. Just again, take your metric Allen wrench. You want to loosen the metric set screw. Pull the knob off. Kind of a rocking action. And pull right off. And here you have your housing. You can see there's a couple little flats on either side of this threaded piece here. And so we want to, what we want to do is take the bezel off again that's butted up to the glass, unscrew that off of the housing, and then you have your two flats. Take a crescent wrench and just unscrew that in a counterclockwise direction. And then this stainless steel metal piece comes right off. You have your valve, just rock it out, and it pulls right out just like so. And you can clean it up. Oftentimes that'll get it going. Otherwise, put a little Vaseline on it when you're putting it back on all the O-ring surfaces. And if you need another one, just do the reverse. You want to make sure that you line it up in the housing the same way that you took it out. You'll notice there's a couple little nibs on the bottom of the valve here. So you want to make sure you line those up in the bottom of the housing so that the alignment of the valve is correct and it'll go down all the way. Otherwise it won't seat in the bottom of the housing. And again, you have your seal up at the top. You want to make sure, lube that up a little bit, make sure it's not damaged, and put that over top your valve carefully, and then just screw that into place. And then you take your crescent wrench, tighten that right back up. And then you just put your handle back on, like so. And you want to just check it out, make sure that it's moving smoothly again. And as for the middle valve for the flow, this one is very similar to that of the diverter valve. Take the knob off, unscrew the bezel, the trim ring, and then there will be flats on either side of that stainless steel housing, and that just unscrews from the housing. So that takes care of how to service your top set on an EAGO shower. If you need further information, please contact your dealer or contact us directly at EAGO Canada, info@eagocanada.ca.